Hello, I'm Kimberly Warren, and we have a wonderful guest on our show today. We want to introduce Leameana Davis with LD Data Solutions. Leameana, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We are so excited because, this is a season where small businesses, where corporations, where churches, everyone wants to be seen on the internet.
Yes.
And I hear if you don't have a presence on the internet, you really are missing a huge multi-billion dollar marketing tool. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct because of what we're going through in the world. We need to our presence needs to be online even more. If you're not online, you're way behind the times and you're missing out.
Right. So how did you get into data solutions and websites and apps and creating attendance, online spreadsheets, and making all that information user friendly so we can decrease anxiety? How did you get into this field?
Well, actually it started as a hobby. I started building websites for friends and family and, didn't think very much of it. It was just fun to me. And then all of a sudden, over a decade later, well, maybe 2 decades.
Wow. Okay. How old
Same
are we?
my-
No.
same my-
How
same-
mature and wise?
Saying my age here. I realized that it was something I could turn into a business.
Mhm.
So what really got my juices flowing with information and ideas and everything was I started doing attendance data for should I say
A nonprofit center down the street.
a non-profit organization.
Uh-huh.
I started tracking their attendance and giving them statistics and logistical information on their attendance, and that kind of turned into creating turning paper forms into web forms, and I also started training on how to use certain software such as Zoom and how to get online and have an online presence through video, and and then I realized, okay, well, actually someone realized for me that I had a gold mine here.
Yeah.
I had something lucrative here, so
Mhm.
I decided to go ahead and turn it into a business, and I haven't looked back.
And actually, I asked Ms.Davis to be on the show today because we had never been online with the church that I am a part of, and there was a lot of anxiety. And so I had years background in media, but I was probably a perfectionist, and I think the first time we went online, we were easing into there, and we probably had 100 people, but we didn't know what we were doing. So you trained our entire team, so nothing would crash, and that was a big deal. And then the next week we had Easter resurrection service, and we had over 1,000 people. And so we want to. I just told you got to come on the show and tell the world that even if you still do in-person events, it is good to let people know that cannot drive there, that don't want to drive there, and we have reached far greater numbers than we could have on our own. We did have crashes when we did it in our home and you wasn't around, but is that a trend that you're seeing, that people are able to reach more and not to be a perfectionist?
It is where before, where you had traditional in-house brick and mortar meetings,
Mm-hmm.
but you want to reach a certain audience or a certain number of people, the in-house really wasn't very convenient for some.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go online, you reach a broader range of people, and those people who couldn't be there in person can now participate online and through video, which has a the reach that you guys have had has been phenomenal. It is just, we were sitting around in shock because it was like so many people had, we not only reached them, they participated. They joined in, they commented, they liked, they shared, and that basically blew you guys up.
Yeah.
So I mean, the power of video right now in this day and age is key to getting your business seen and heard, because if you're not keeping up, you're going to fall behind and people are going to forget about you.
Right. If you're just now tuning in, our special guest is Leameana Davis, transplant from New York, but she goes all over the world with her consulting firm. And although you have a bachelor's and almost a master's in health information, her passion is really web design, data management source. So hosting, web design development, data management, and digital marketing. And so she has been able to help our church reach over 1,000 people in one service, and it's been growing ever since then. Also, with our Solution Summit, we had 7,000 plus viewers in many different states. And so, because we had anxiety, we did, about being perfect, about not being. We didn't know if our setting was right, if our sound was right, if we were supposed to be responding. And sometimes people were like, "Your sound's not up." But having a consultant remotely work behind the scenes on your program, your training, whether it's a service, whether it's an interactive Zoom, we were able to reach a lot of youth with Zooms with their cell phone when the schools were shut down. And so we would not have been able to do that on your own. So where do people start? You know, they may not even have a logo. They may not know anything about the web. Where do they start? This is pretty overwhelming if you haven't done it before.
Well, you have to get in touch with a professional, well, I say professional web designer, but like me, some people are doing this as a hobby and are really good at it. So you just have to find someone who's knowledgeable about building brands, and making sure that you're marketable. Like, you can't just have a website. You gotta have a website that people will find. So they have to be knowledgeable about how people are gonna find you. So, it's all fine and good to have a pretty website, but
it's not fun.
What are you going to do when nobody goes to that website? And so you have to have someone who's knowledgeable about marketing.
Or like us, they may be sending emails and prayer requests or requests for the After School Academy to a wrong email address or a phone number that's not there. And they're like, "Where are you? We can't find you." There's millions of people searching for us. And if we're not waving that Gumby sign in the digital world, they'll go on to someone who is responsive.
Someone who is out there advertising their business the correct way. A lot of people think that okay, now my website's up, I'm ready.
Right.
And that's it. And no, it takes a lot of work after that.
And time.
Yeah.
And so where do you start? Because I know you have small businesses, you have small congregations, you have multi-million-dollar companies, but some people are like, "Hey, I'm just this is my side hustle. I am just trying to get my website out there, my books out there, my clothes, my lash service, whatever it is." So you do offer a free consultation, or is this like $5,000?
I offer a free 30-minute consultation.
Okay.
With that, it's like the discovery. I discover what your needs are, what you actually want. Do you want a logo? Do you want a website? Do you want? And then I calculate how much that costs, and I send you a proposal, and we will see from there if we're a good fit.
There's people that are saying now, "Give me the number already." How do they get in touch with you? How do they email you? Where do they find you out there on the wild world web, I call it?
You can contact me via email at contact@lddatasolutions.com, or you can call me at 816-343-4830. Or you can go to my website at lddatasolutions.com and fill out the form on the website, and I will get that in an email, and I can contact you from there.
That sounds good. lddatasolutions.com. Go for the free consultation. It will save you hours and hours of labor trying to do it yourself. And also, sometimes it's good just to have someone on the outside come in that's not doing the day-to-day operations to critique the work too, and just enhance it to make it better.
Right. And once that website or that logo is up, I do offer services to continue doing business together, maintenance, and if you want to make changes to the website, because most people, once the website's up, they're like, I don't know how to keep this going. I don't know how. So I offer services that I will go in and keep everything updated. I will add pictures, content, whatever you need, and I offer that at a monthly fee as well.
Oh, that sounds great. You heard it right here. Again, we want to thank Leameana Davis for being here to help us relieve stress and anxiety when it comes to digital marketing, social media, Zoom, live shows, increase your participation, your sales, and your engagement of your audiences. Don't let people be isolated, and you have the secret to their success during this season. Web hosting, logos, designs, and more. Just go right here to LD Data Solutions or call 816-343-4830. That's 816-343-4830. Thank you so much for being there and using your expertise to save the world. Come back on the show again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for watching.
Bye.